And good morning, folks. It's been a little chilly. I had to take off my whatchamacallit, sweater, sweatshirt, put it on there. Also, I have the heating pad. Uncle Alan has a bad back and bad hip and bad leg. And I overdid it on Wednesday. Okay, the big thing is we got to fight against starvation, which is going to appear in several areas in the United States for 2023. Okay? And people have been asking me about vegetables because they go by my gardens and like, wow, Uncle Alan has a green thumb. Yes, I do. That's years of experience. A lot of people think, oh, I could buy a seed bucket or a seed package and I can grow vegetables. No, you grow like stunted little weird plants. Know your area, the climate. Two, know your soil. Okay. Three, can you grow it there? Because some plants cannot grow no matter what you want. I want to grow potatoes in Texas. What part of Texas? And then they explain, well, this part, you'll have a really short growing season in Texas for potatoes. Potatoes are a cold weather crop. They don't like it hot. Okay, I live in Visalia. For years, I've been trying to grow potatoes here, and I end up with a rotten. Once they reach the size I like, they all explode and rotten out. Always get black mush. I do better with yams. Yams is not a problem, but potatoes are horrible in my area. If I was north of Fresno, not a problem. I could grow potatoes out of my ears. When I head towards Bakersfield, forget it. Okay, number one, potatoes and yams. Make sure the variety fits in your area because I've seen some people try to grow potatoes in areas. You're trying to grow that kind of potato in North Carolina. Have you been smoking crack? You want to switch over to yams or sweet potatoes. Number two, corn. You have to get the right kind of corn and quit with the popcorn unless you want Uncle Alan's teeth. Okay? They tend to wear down your enamel. Okay? You go look at tribes that ate popcorn, all their teeth are ruined. Okay? You want either field or flint or dent. Okay? So on corn. And you have to grow it in a square. The bigger the square, better production of corn. And you got to space it correctly so you get cross pollination from the corn plant has the stalk and the silk. Silk picks up the pollen particles from the top. So when the wind blows, all the pollen falls on the silk. Fairly easy. But know your climate, know the variety of corn you're growing. Stop it with a popcorn unless you want clown's teeth, bad teeth. Okay? And do your research. Don't trust old Uncle Al. Do your own research. Okay? Cabbage, number three. I tell it's a great starter crop. If you did it in October, it started out, you should have plenty of cabbage maturing in my area from November to December. Cold weather doesn't affect it as much until it really snows, but and the hard frost. But cabbage is a good winter crop. That's why you see a lot of Asians planting all over the place. There's many varieties of cabbage. Make sure you pick the one that's suited for your climate and soil type. Cabbage saved a lot of people in Eastern Europe. That's why they're going to starve because there's a cabbage shortage. Number four, pumpkins and hard shell squash. I hear this like pumpkins came from North America. No, they came from Africa. Okay, get that through your little pointy head. Okay, pumpkins and hard shell squash. Okay, spread out through the Americas, and like I said, originated in Africa. Early explorers before the Europeans had spread all over the place, from Asia to South America, going up to America. They think it's a native plant. It wasn't. Do your research. Okay? Pumpkins are thick-skinned pumpkins or hard-shell squash. I like the Japanese one, or acorn or butternut. They're hard-shell squashes, and they will withstand a season or two inside the cellar or root cellar. Number 5, all kinds of beans. All right? You want dried beans. And there's also green beans and fresh beans that you can eat or can. But everybody should plant beans. Okay? It's like I tell people, if you have so many kids, you want so many rows of beans, both green and dried. Horse beans, lima beans, any kind of butter beans. Trust me, after cooking butter beans and my family started passing wind, I'm gone. Okay? Number 6, tomatoes. Everybody can grow tomatoes. Only problem with tomatoes, all right? People can kill these. 2, tomatoes were a form of vitamin C. It's a lot easier to grow for vitamin C and something fresh and all the vitamins and stuff from tomatoes. The other one is eggplant. These two are equal. Of course, nobody wants to drink eggplant juice. It's having my morning coffee. If you can see back there, I have a big thermos. Okay. Let's see. And, tomato, you do a lot of things. Eggplant, you could do a lot of things. Okay. Go check out Sassy Gal Prepping. I'm doing my part in the $5 stock up because I have a really good deal on tomatoes, 50 cents a can, so I'm getting 10 cans for Sassy Gal Prepping. Go check out Prepping by Faith. She's doing the ramen thing. Okay? I tell a lot of Western people, watch it while you use your terminology. Lee from Cold War Prepper. It is not a spaghetti. Ramen in Asian history, both Chinese, Korean, and Japanese, are soup noodles. Okay? A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of Asians take a great offense from it. It's like spaghetti. And they'll kind of look at you like, what kind of hit came out of the woodwork? Okay? If you want to compare spaghetti, it would be a Thai pad. It would be a Thai pad dish or noodle dish that's designed for it, like lo mein, chow mein, any kind of mein. That's more towards spaghetti type, where you mix the ingredients together with sauce. So anyway, like I said, on ramen, okay, what we get in the little cups was a fast food item trying to pull out this noodle company who made traditional ramen. The problem with traditional ramen, it's fresh. Okay? You, like Uncle Al, wake up 4:30 in the morning, start making ramen noodles. And it's a long process. Okay? And then the second part of ramen noodles is the broth. A lot of people look at me like, I don't get it. You boil the noodles and then you put it into the broth. Now, the guy who invented the ramen package and the ramen soup cups were the same companies. What they did was they fried the noodles so it cooks faster inside the cup or in the package. Okay? Simple. In China, when people heard of it, they started burning these cup of noodles and packets of ramen, calling them fake, all sorts of things. In Korea, they went, eh. But understand your noodles, okay? I think her dish, Prepping by Faith, would have been better if she bought udon type of noodles, which you boil the noodles, throw it into the pot. It's a little bit thicker noodle, and it'll come out nicer what she did with the stir fry. Stir fry is fine. Usually for like Japanese or Korean or Chinese, you have 5 steps. You make the broth, you boil the noodles, and then you put the 5-step toppings. Okay? You want some kind of meat, stir fry or parboil. Stir fry is mostly Chinese and then also Korean, but Korean also does parboil. Parboil vegetables, you lightly boil the vegetables so it's semi-cooked and a finished cooking when you put it on top of the ramen. Then you have your traditional either boiled or poached egg with a creamy center, and then you have some kind of meat. Japan and Korea, it's always a piece of fatty pork. China, it's either fatty pork, chicken, or some kind of stir fry with that. And then you have either seaweed kelp to round out the whole. It's supposed to be like a little lunar cycle. All right? So a lot of people don't understand that. And when they do like weird dishes with ramen, like I showed you that book on prison ramen, people tend to freak out if you're Oriental and kind of look at you like, okay, somebody call the crazy police. All right, so be a be a good spirit in mind and smile, saying you're trying it out and you're trying to improve your cooking. All right, like I said, check out Sassy Gal Prepping, Prepping by Faith, and Cold War Prepper. And I'll be seeing you, folks. Bye now.